Okay, now it's time to try to put it all back together. All the stuff I've got. I'm still waiting on two things. Get all the stuff I've got that I've delivered, and I'll show you how uh, I put it all back the way it's supposed to be. Hopefully, it'll work in the end. But stay tuned. There's more to watch. Okay, this is the next step. I start to do it. First off, I decided which way I'm going to run the pattern on my back rest anyway. Uh, and I already cut a piece out for the top of the whole bench seat over here, and I cut the piece out for the backrest along the back, the one that's going to swivel up and down. This is the next set of the things I'm doing. What I did, I determined this is 58-inch wide material, so I can get me 3 strips of this, the size I need for my backrest to go the right way. And what I did, I took the longest remaining backrest, added I had to have 10 inches to the length to make up for the overlap and wrap around. And I'll cut this out, and then I'll cut the individual strips, and I'll start cutting out the individual patterns for each of the cushions. I'll have to take and adjust, see which ones I can get in this length. But that's how I did. I've already gotten it out and marked it. Now all I have to do is cut it this length. Which this is pretty thick material. Anyway, I'm going to go through this process, cut that, and then I'll be cutting the strips, and then I'll show you how I cut the individual ends of that after that. Okay, I got all the strips measured out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut all the strips. And I've got 1, 2, 3 strips of this. I don't know how much I'm going to make. I have to cut another one or not, but this is the next step. Getting all these strips caught. These are all the vertical strips going across for all the backrests on the cushions. And I'm just going to be cutting for a while. I'll check back in with you when there's something decent to watch. Well, this is one of my head scratchers. I had to take and get the length not only on an angled piece like that, but this side over here is actually even beveled back. So I had to make an adjustment for that and try to figure out. And I've been sitting here for at least an hour scratching my head trying to piece it out, but I think I've got it. We'll find out when I go sew it back together. Okay, next thing I'm doing, cutting out new backing for all of it. A friend of mine let me borrow his little cool battery operated little skill saw. And I had this is scrap. Actually, it is marine plywood, 1/2-inch plywood, just what I needed. Scrap from the marina up here. He said I could use. I've already cut me 1 strip. I've got to cut me 1, then 1 more after that, and then I'll take and start cutting them into pieces to match my thing. But see, cool. Yin yang. All right. Well, if you're wondering why I'm back on my boat, I'm cutting plywood. A little battery-operated circular saw that my friend borrowed ran out of juice. It let me make my rips all right, but now I'm in the process of cutting the short pieces, and I'm just doing that with my jigsaw. It's working out pretty good. But that's why I'm back in here cutting in my little tiny cockpit. No room, no room. Okay, next I got my orbital sander out here, and I'm just going over it really light. It doesn't really, because most of it's going to be covered up or exposed, but I want glue to be able to stick to it. And I'm sanding down all this stuff from the cut edges from the jigsaw. Get rid of all the all the splinters and stuff. But this is what this thing looks like beforehand. And I'll do this one piece and show that to you. Now, I don't know how well you can see that, but take off all those burrs right on the edge. I just took and beveled the edges off a little bit, gave it a nice sanding. Nothing like it, just something to be able to grip better. No little splinters sticking all over it. That's it. Nothing fancy. Okay, I got 6 more of these things to sand. Well, I'm going to attempt to sew. I've sewed a couple of them already, and it's like I can make one pass through it, and then the thread messes up or something, and I have to take and go in and fix it all. I don't know why, but you can watch me try this one and see if it works or not. That one seems to be okay. Let's see if it stays that way. Or if I have to go through and do like I did every other time, refix it again. At least that's one cut. One saw, one seam, little seam down. These are the little pieces for my backrest. Once they go back up here that I've been working on. And let's see. If I make it through 2, that'll be a record. Of course, I'm no seamstress. It's already messed up again. I don't know why it keeps doing this, but it does. Well, I think I found out why everything's messing up. I don't know if it's going to be for really help or not, but one thing I have to do is, this is the tension. I didn't know what the heck it was for. This keeps the amount of tension on the thread down here. And then back in here, you have to make sure the thread goes up and around this little doohickey. If it comes off or it didn't put on right, what happens, or if this is too loose, it'll be a loose stitch, and it'll bunch up down there and get caught. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's been happening. So I'm going to attempt to redo all this right and see if it does solve my problem. Well, this is the foam for my bench seat over here. Came in yesterday. I don't have my wavy bread knife, so I'm going to try to attempt to cut this foam with just a knife. See if it'll do it good. If it does, fine. If not, I'll wait somehow. Well, let's give it a go. I got it all marked. I just have to make a couple passes there. That's what I didn't want. I wanted to get the wavy bread knife, and it serrated wavy bread knife, and it would go through it in one go. Let's see. I got it marked on the other side too. Seem to be following it pretty close. This is just the length cut. I'll have to cut the size out still. Well, it seemed to be okay. Got a little bit of a mess on this end. A couple little stragglers, but I'll come through. I'll come back from the other side and kind of trim it a little bit, and then I'll show you the next step. I'll mark it and try to cut that later. Well, that's kind of tight. I need to take another inch off this to make room for the upholstery and for it to sit in and slide down nice. I don't know how. I did the first cut pretty good. Got me a cube building block. But this 1 inch cut, I'm a little leery about, but we'll see. Okay, I went and had to cut an extra inch off of that. Now I've laid the old cushions up on top. I'm gonna take and mark behind this and then attempt to cut that. Now, the backside, because it's up in a boat, is a little beveled down. It's got an arch to it, it's beveled down. And this way I can only mark the short side because it's at the bottom of the foam. But I'll mark the short side and I'll add like an inch to the very top. And then as I cut, I'll try to bevel it on my own. We really wishing you good luck on that one. Okay, you see, got that marked, that blue line going across that top. And I am going to attempt to cut it with just a plain old knife, which worked okay, but a bread knife would be so much better. I got to show you how nice this all turned out. After working at it a few passes, look how that baby fits in there. Got plenty of space at both ends and this space on the end, on the outside. For it may seem big, but by the time I get the upholstery in it, and I put blankets tucked around the outside edge, that's going to be perfect. I mean, I could have taken a little bit more off back there, but it'll be okay. So, good, done. Okay, I got this all laid in there. I got it all cut, ready to be sewed. Top side, back side, back I still have to do the cutting on that, but I get a better view of this thing somehow. Way back here. Hey, you can almost see the whole thing now. Alright, yeah, I just have to put the bottom on and it'll sew up to there. The ends will sew down. I'm going to put a flap down here in Velcro. It's going to actually hold it under the side together. This whole big thing will slip in like a big pillow into the foam will slip in like a big pillow into the pillowcase. Maybe, I don't know. Let's hope. Okay, quick update. This is actually, this is the bottom side of the bench over here. I got it ready, cut to length. I flipped it over, I'll be marking the end out here. And after I mark that, I'll be able to sew this bad boy. And that's going to be fun. Yeah, not looking forward to that. Okay, I'm going to share this one with you. I probably shouldn't because it makes me look even dumber than I am about being a seamstress than I actually am. But I did one. I'll turn it around. Let me see. Did this one seam, one of the big long seams on the mattress over here. It was great, man. It was going good. I did the whole thing in like no time flat. And then I realized I had sewed it together the wrong way. You're supposed to sew the back sides together like this. Right? I had sewed it together the other way. So I had a good side and a good side with the seam sticking out here. So I had it take the seam ripper, go back, rip open the whole seam, take all the threads out, and get ready to do it again. But it was the best run I had yet on the sewing machine, so I'm kind of happy. I was proud about that. It just was the wrong way. Okay, here we go. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. I broke the needle trying to fix my mess up. So I'm going to take and replace the needle. I should be able to do that. And I just cooked me some Alfredo, chicken Alfredo. I'm going to eat that. And then I'm going to try to finish redoing what I already did once, but backwards, do it the right way. Okay, I'm going to let you watch. I think I'm done. I'm going to let you watch while I take and turn this thing right side out instead of outside in, and see if it looks like anything that's like it's supposed to look. Looks like a big sock so far. Well, I guess that's good. Okay. There we go. There we go. One almost complete. Almost complete. Well, it's complete. And so far, I haven't tried to put it on or not, but so far, let's see. That's the bottom. This is the top. It looks like it might fit. The only thing I have left to do is put the Velcro on here and on the back here that I'm going to use to actually close it up instead of zippers, because you saw what trouble I had just sewing it. Okay, the last part of this installation is putting the Velcro. I only wanted 1-inch stuff, but where I went, this was the only one the right length. So that's okay to have better grip. But it's got sticky stuff supposedly on both sides here, so I may not have to sew it. I don't know. We'll find out. But all I need to do on this is the last thing is to cut this to length and stick it on. And if it doesn't work, I'll sew it on. But we'll find out in just a second. Yeah, that's closed. All right. It seems to have stuck pretty good. So I'm gonna probably not sew it for right now. How many minutes I got it? This is already 6 minutes long. Oh my God. See, this is gonna be way too long. I'll have to cut it way back. The next one, that goes over there. I'm gonna have to put a piece. Well, it's all on. I tried it. It grabs pretty good. Sticks together. I probably won't have to sew it because it's holding pretty good, and it's going to be closed most of the time anyway. Well, next I'll attempt to put the foam in, and hopefully it won't be too hard. Okay, the next part of this is going to be putting this all back on, the whole foam. And I'm not going to make you go through that because it's going to be a long process and probably maybe a couple curse words in there that I don't want to put on. So when I get it all on, I'll get back with you and show it to you. There. One side done. And that's all sewn all the way around. Got the Velcro down here. I mean, I can tell it's not perfect, but you can't tell. It's a little, this should be up here a little bit. But my lines, you see the lines of the pattern going all the way down. So it looks like a professional job, even though we all know it's not. All right, on to the next phase. Keep watching. Well, there you have it. One side of the cushion done. Looks pretty good. Oh, you can't see from this view. Sorry. Okay, stay tuned. This is the end of the epic novel of the cabin cushions. Keep watching for part 3, which is coming soon to a theater near you.